Here we go. Cataclysmic Majesty collector's pens. Collector's pens. Collector's pens. Can you have just added an edition, a limited edition of collector's pens to the Kickstarter? Please feast your eyes on these custom-made pens by the one and only Fiend Ambassador, Bob Coster. So what do I mean by this? What I mean is if you're a physical backer of Lady Cataclysmic Majesty, then you have a chance because we're going to randomly add these pens throughout backers' packages. Now, you may be seeing a fine young man on your screen right now, and that is the one and only Fiend Ambassador, Bob Coster. Bob, please say hello to the...
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
So that's Bob saying hello and peacing everybody up. And so, Bob, thank you so much for coming up with this fabulous idea to add these wonderful collector's pens that you personally made. Can you please explain to the people out there exactly what it is they're looking at so they can grapple with this incredible mind-bending reality?
Okay, each one of these is handmade. It's a handmade pen. I buy the kits. And each one of the center part, the barrel there, is an image that you were kind enough to send me digitally. I took that and put it onto a type of paper I use under it. And then I mixed acrylic resin and poured each one of those blanks, let it set up for about a week, and then took them apart, put them on a lathe, turned them down to the shape that you see, and then assembled the kits and sent them to you. It takes about, from start to finish,
and what you're looking at, folks, is... I'm sorry, Bob, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it takes about a week and a half to...
Bob, you were saying from start to finish.
Yeah, from start to finish, it takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks to make these pens. And each one of them is handmade.
Amazing, and you could tell that they're made out of adamantium and vibranium.
Yeah, that stuff's hard to come by.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Bob.
I said, yeah, that stuff is hard to come by. Pretty expensive.
So these pens feature art from the campaign. The first image is the premiere edition art by the one and only Diego Bernard and CC De La Cruz. Next up is the wonderful Monty Moore Jewel edition art. And then last but certainly not least is the Megafoil edition by the one Mike Chrome. We actually sent the imagery to Bob and he made his choice. And we just can't thank you enough, Bob, for adding super cool pens to our campaign for all fiends around the world to enjoy. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to everybody out there, not only as the crafter of these incredible pens, but as one of our global fiend ambassadors?
Sure. I'd just like to say that this Kickstarter is just proof that Coffin Comics is a force that can't be stopped. As Brian always likes to say, if you have a friend who you think might be interested, if you know somebody that might be interested, get them involved in the Kickstarter, get them signed up. Let's see if we can break a record with this Kickstarter that we did just like the last time. Fiend culture or Sworn Nation is growing by leaps and bounds every day. I'm one of the moderators for Sworn Nation, and we get membership requests, numerous requests every single day. So it's a growing phenomenon, and There just is no end in sight. And I'm proud to be the ambassador.
That's right. There is no stopping what can't be stopped. So what I'd like to say at this moment, delay between Bob. Bob, what did you say there? I'll shut up.
No, you're fine. I just said that there is no end in sight, and Fiend Nation will continue to roll under your leadership.
Thank you for your vote of confidence, Bob. That's right. There is no stopping what can't be stopped. With amazing people on board, people better get out the way. Say thank you so much to Fiend Nation Ambassador Bob Conister for his mighty contribution. This was entirely Bob's idea, and he brought the full might of his mighty craftsmanship. And these things, I'm looking at them up front. You're going to love them. So whoever's the lucky people, you're going to be lucky. I'd like to thank Bob for attending this live. And without further ado, I'm going to, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what we're doing, I'm going to kind of, what the heck is going on? Bob, thank you so much, man. Have a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Sworn.
All right, stay sworn.
So you heard it here today. This campaign is bananas. And with great missions like Bob's adding these cool collector's pens, what bragging rights for whoever gets them. Bring them to Sworn Fest next year and use them as pen autographed. I'd like to address the folks out there who are looking at this video and saying, what is this person talking about? Well, what I'm talking about is our all-new Lady Death Cataclysmic Majesty Kickstarter campaign, which as we sit at this moment today on a Monday, 11 days left for the campaign to go, we are $12,000 away from matching our previous record campaign, which was the last Lady Death Kickstarter, treacherous infamy. 13th chapter in Lady Death's Coffin Comics era existence. And man, we got a bunch of stuff. Actually, Jimmy Coffin, would you mind going back up there and just show people this room? Because this is representative of what is going on in this campaign. It's ridiculous. Let's talk about it, shall we? Lady Death Cataclysmic Majesty, as we sit on this day, is a 64-page, square-bound, original graphic novel, co-written by myself and Mike McLean, illustrated by Diego Bernard, colored by CC De La Cruz, and lettered by veteran letterer Marshall Dillon. It features a gorgeous silver foil logo. And for anyone backing any of our physical, non-digital rewards, we have already unlocked 23 free bonus items. Some people know this as a stretch goal. These items include a challenge coin, stickers, trading cards, laminate, lanyard, and now you are enrolled as a member of the Coffin Comics Sworn Club. There are approximately 12 items related to the club specific, that are already unlocked. And when the campaign is over during the survey period, to receive the full benefits of the club, we're going to ask you to make a club account on our Coffin Comics website. But wow, there's just so many ways to enjoy this. And I might be throwing all this at you, and some of you might be overwhelmed. You're like, I don't know about all this stuff. How do I start? One of the ways you could start actually is through our trades. So on this particular campaign, we're offering our Volume 3 trade. We have a Volume 1 trade, a Volume 2 trade, a Volume 3. And together, they present the first 10 chapters in Lady Death's undead life at Coffin Comics. Each trade ranges between 150 to 160 pages, and it's presented in trade format or in hardcover format. There's another way to get caught up on Lady Death, and that's through the Premier Edition sets, where you could actually get all 12 previous ones and the new one as well. And that's in the 48 to 64 page square bound with beautiful gold foil logo treatment. So that's another way. There's other wild things going on in this campaign. So if you back our campaign and you're a physical backer, non-digital backer, you're eligible to receive possibly all this stuff that we drop into the campaign randomly throughout the tiers. And that would include the Golden Medal Edition by Dawn McTague, the 3D sculptured edition cover by Mark Silvestri and Jason Fowers, the Scarlet Metal edition by Colette Turner. This will actually be a physical comic book with a metal cover. The Metal Legend edition, and I mean, the list goes on. You're also eligible to vote on the outcome of our upcoming battle, Hell Witch versus Lady Death Wargasm, which will be offered in October. During the survey period of this campaign, you get a vote. And then 33 lucky backers get a coffin totem, which gives them 5 extra votes. 33 times 5 could actually turn the tide of the outcome. We encourage you to be part of it. Get in on it, vote. Your voice will be heard. So there are people who like comics, and we certainly have the comics editions. There are people who like trading cards, and we have trading cards tied to this campaign, this moment in history, in all of our history. We will look back one day. We will remember the time of Cataclysmic Majesty and everything that was going on. Some people like prints. So we have a range. We have limited edition numbered prints. We even have fine art prints. And look, I'm going to be straight with you. Coffin don't play when it comes to inviting tremendous talent to contribute to our universe. So that includes this campaign, the wonderful Eric Powell and the incredible Mark Silvestri, 2 legendary creators with singular voices, absolute originals. You could look at any Silvestri, any Eric Powell, and they're instantaneously identifiable by their unique style. And both these guys have stood the test of time, probably both entering their 3rd decade of comics and still at the very top of the game. Of course, Eric Powell as a fellow outlaw independent. I don't know if he identifies as an outlaw, but I think he's an outlaw independent. And Mark Silvestri, of course, one of the Image founders, just a man whose work has completely redefined the game, along with his other fellow Image founders. I don't know what to say. Here we are, 11 days. This is my value proposition to you. I cordially invite you, if you haven't, please back our campaign. If you have backed our campaign or you're among the fiends in the swarm, please forgive me for foolishly plying my wares, but this is exactly how I spread the gospel. So please tell your friends, tell your enemies, get on the phone and say, like Josh Grimsley did over the weekend, he literally got in touch with somebody and that person actually backed our campaign. So thank you for doing that. I know there's phenomenal fiends out there who can hit that phone just as we're doing, going out there. Cause I think there's literally 1 million people waiting to be activated, to be part of this thing, this swarm, this wave. So I invite you to be part of it. Is there anything else that I should be saying, Jimmy Coffin? Let's talk about how to add on. So let's say you're a current backer, and let's say you back the Premier Edition for $28, but you would like to add something to the campaign. The limitation of Kickstarter is it only allows you to do one thing at a time, but there is a way where you can add an item, and this is how you can do it. First, to start, keep your main reward in the selection. So let's say it is the Premier Edition. Don't change your reward selection. You're only going to adjust the pledged dollar amount. Send us a message. Send us a message on Kickstarter or email us at inquiries@coffincomics.com to let you know what you'd like to add on. So in this scenario, we're saying we'd like to add on the cosplay edition. And then we'll get in touch with you and confirm it. Some things are sold out, so we'll let you know. Yes, you can add the cosplay. No, I'm sorry, it's sold out. It is available, however. Then adjust your pledge amount and let us know. So you would take your main pledge, add an additional $28 to that amount, and then send us a message back and let us know. We will then record your message and confirm exactly what you're adding on, and then you're all done. That's how you do it. And look, don't limit yourself to one item. Add on as much as you want. You know, we only live once. You deserve it. Come on. What up? Anyway, in conclusion today, 11 days to go. We are $12,000 or less away from matching our record-breaking total from Lady Death Treacherous Infamy on Cataclysmic Majesty right here, right now. Can we do it? I invite you to be part of the madness. Be part of the swarm that is Coffin Comics and do it today.